Welcome to Fountainhead Press's Inclusive Public Speaking, presented in Top Hat. At a time when educators are examining how teaching practices and materials engage diverse student perspectives, Christina Ruiz Mesa and Melissa Brockelman Post have co-authored a text that includes the voices and experiences typically underrepresented in college textbooks. The result is a theoretically grounded approach that includes all students in the conversation. Covering topics such as social judgment theory, self-advocacy, empathetic listening, and adaptive communication strategies, Inclusive Public Speaking covers all the basic public speaking skills, plus so much more. Designed for active learning, thoughtfully placed interactions appear throughout that assess, extend, and expand concepts, asking students to apply what they're learning as they read. The result is a text that's both engaging and easy to incorporate into any course, saving critical, time-consuming work for faculty, while also activating student learning. Let's take a look at Chapter 9, Advocating and Persuading, which focuses on how to strategically construct arguments and frame ideas in ways that will challenge others to think more critically and consider diverse ideas and perspectives. Each chapter opens with a list of objectives. These objectives summarize what students will be able to learn and do by working through the chapter, and it's with these objectives in mind that we've created the interactive features. Note how these objectives situate the chapter content in the text's unique theoretical framework, here by focusing early in the chapter on social judgment theory and self-advocacy, before moving into the fundamental concepts of argument and persuasion. The first section introduces social judgment theory and employs hover definitions to define key terms. The theory offers students latitudes of persuadability, explaining useful concepts such as judgmental anchor, latitude of acceptance, latitude of rejection, and the latitude of non-commitment, helping students effectively analyze audiences. The student interaction paired with this section then asks students to apply social judgment theory to a particular situation. Then, additional nuances of persuasion are explored in the context of advocacy and self-advocacy. The chapter links to examples of advocacy organizations and leads to a reflection on self-advocacy, which includes a TED Talk from an expert in student advocacy. Now, with a greater understanding of persuasion and advocacy, the text addresses those more typical categories of persuasion, question of fact, value, and policy, to get students thinking about how to choose the right approach for their purposes. A matching question prompts them to try out this decision-making by pairing a speech topic with the type of persuasive speech best suited for it, representing the application-based approach the auto-assess questions strive for. This same application-based question type appears again after sections defining types of reasoning. A breakdown of the Toolman model further outlines the construction of arguments. Each part is defined with hover definitions, and then students meet a click-on-target question that asks them to identify the warrant in an example argument. The final section features a unique focus on compliance gaining, a term for gaining consensus leading to action, particularly in professional settings. These concepts, along with all the other key terms from the chapter, are listed together at the end with their definitions for easy reference. As you can see, these individual points of interaction don't exist in a vacuum, but instead work together to support the learning objectives of the chapter. While these points of interaction have been thoughtfully placed for a ready-to-go textbook presentation, they can also simply function as suggested points of emphasis. Perhaps an instructor agrees that a key point is to be gained from this section, but has a different video or question they prefer to use. Replacing is easy, and in this case, the interactions we've created can act as nudges. A nudge saying that something here would be helpful, use what we've provided, or provide your own. Inclusive Public Speaking, Communicating in a Diverse World is a unique and timely offering that effectively supports a classroom dedicated to equity.